Hello, everybody. Welcome. Wilma Well family. Margaret, I hope everybody's doing good. And today I'm going to talk about the statement that uh, Gabriel Union stated about what she does in her household by splitting bills with her husband 50-50. So many people took it out of context. And so I just wanted to listen to this, what she said.
I'm curious, at what point did you develop that first sense of security and that the work is coming and as long as I keep knocking it out, there's going to be more, and there isn't this sort of sense of the rug is could still be pulled out?
I struggle with that still, just because I think I just have more responsibilities, for my money. So I get nervous, like, oh God, that movie didn't open. Well, what does that mean? Am I going to have enough to hold everybody up? And everyone's like, it's coming. Like, calm down. And I'm trying to find peace in the journey, not using my anxiety and scarcity mindset to be my engine, which is hard. It's weird to say I'm head of household because in this household, we split everything 50-50. But in the other households that each of us have to support, it puts there's always this like gorilla on your back that is like, you better work, bitch. You better work. Bitch, you better work. You gonna sleep in? Somebody might not eat. Come on, you better work. And it's hard. It's hard to let that go. So I'm working on that.
So she was talking about she getting anxiety when she has to, like she has to help the other household too. She has to help her family members. And so she is in a mood whereby she get anxious when it comes to financial or money wise. She has to work hard to be able to not, to be able to feed her family, and also she has siblings, relatives that you also help. So which means that when you're performing, she's saying you have to perform, boom, 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 so you can meet the expectation and be able to get paid so you can support some past, other people. And so people took out of context by saying in this household, we split everything 50-50. And so many people took that out of context, and some people say, your husband is making more than, than you, 4 times more than you. And let's say, according to net worth on Google, it says, oh, she worth 40 million and her husband is worth 175 million. So how could she say that in this household we split things half? And again, depending on how you define what she just talked about, Dwayne Wade came and clarified that doesn't mean that because she said that we split 50-50, doesn't mean that if she buy a hamburger for $10, he has to split, $5 to make it 10. No, that's not what that's not what she was talking about. And so let's say you have your family member, your husband is making, let's say, more than you, maybe 10,000 more than you, and you're making 5,000 less. So when you're talking about a half, 50-50, you're not going to give a half of what he's giving because he's making 40,000 and you're making maybe, let's say, 20,000 a year. So if you're making a half, if you're talking about half, and you're gonna give 10, and he's gonna give 20, you're gonna contribute 20. And so this also come up with every family arrangement is different. For example, some family member, some marriages or husband and wife decide to have to pay a half or pay 100%. This is depend on how you arrange your relationship when it comes to financial negotiation with your partner. For example, I give myself me. I will not allow my husband to work by himself to support me because what we, the the need for the money in the house, whatever he's making, it might not be enough to take care of us. So you as a woman, me as a woman, I work, he work, we contribute together. You have a one saving account, depending on what you do in your family. Let's say you have a one saving account or one checking account. So it doesn't matter how much you're making, and it doesn't matter how much he's or she's making. At the end of the day, you put money together, and whatever you're going to buy or any vacation you're going, it's going to come out of that account. Unless, depending on your family relationship with money, husband and wife, some people don't have same account or joint account. Some people have their separate account. So when they're in separate account, then you have to come up with some to contribute, because I'm giving example. Most of the time, the society make it or think that a man is the one has to contribute more. No. Sometimes the woman is making more than the man. Sometimes a man is making more than a woman. At the end of the day, you want to make this family work. You want to make this relationship work. You have to come up with some way of putting money together to support each other, because who's going to pay for the tuition for the kids? Who's going to pay for food? Who's going to pay for light bill? Who's going to pay for mortgage? It's not going to be just one person unless you have that arrangement that this is what you want to do. The man will be responsible for everything, and the woman will be, using her money to buy some makeup and hair and clothing, depending on your arrangement with your family. If it makes you happy, you can do whatever you want to do. But at the end of the day, support each other, regardless of how much money your partner is making. And what she was talking about, she didn't say that my husband is making this much, he's only paying a half, and I'm only paying a half, $20 or $10 each. No. Maybe we did not understand the content of what she was talking about. And like she said, in my family, I support them. They depend on me to support them. In this household, we split a half, which means a household, because a husband has other family member too that he's supporting. So to me, to compromise when it comes to relationship, to compromise when it comes to financial, because if you look at it, almost 80% of marriages end up in divorce. Why? Because of financial problem. Maybe you guys did not talk about financial issue when you get into that marriage. And so once you get in that marriage, maybe one person will expect the other one to pay more or pay less, and that's, it might not be able to support the family. And that's why you see so many marriages end up in divorce. So whatever you do in your family, if it works for you, so be it. Do it. If you're happy with it and you're comfortable with it. But I'm on Gabriel Union side, 50-50. That's great, because you're supporting your husband. You have the power, he has the power. You put it together, you make that family better, and you make each person feel good about their contribution into the family. And so it doesn't push so much burden in either man or a woman, because both of you are sharing equally, 100%, 50%, so be it. Just support each other, and not let us run into conclusion when we hear 50-50 split. It does not mean that you buy this, I buy this, we come to, I buy, you buy something for $10 and I gotta pay $5. No. It means that if one head can't bring their own and the other head bring their own, it comes to 100%, which is 50-50. So I still support 50-50 Gabriel Union. She's a strong woman. She's an intelligent woman. She has been a hardworking woman. I'll have her. I support her. I watch her movies. She always a tough cookie. She always a strong lady that want to empower other women to be strong, not be depending on your husband to do everything for you. If you watch Gabriel in his movie, Bring It On, you can watch another movie, Daddy Little Girl with Madea, Tyler Perry, and also when she was a lawyer. And also another movie, Two Can Play That Game. So if you look at her background of even her acting career, always showing a strong woman, smart woman, a lawyer, and all these things that you want to see a great woman do. And so she's showing that example to other women through her movies to empower women through her movie. And again, without watching Gabrielle Union's movie, I could have not know who she is. But because I watched several of her movies, and what other movie I watched? Gabrielle Union. She also co-starred with okay, Vivica Fox. That was Two Can Play That Game, Bring It On, Daddy Little Girl, The Inspector. Yes, I love another movie that Gabriel Union acted with LL Cool J. Inspector, the Inspector lady. That was the best one. I love that movie. She always showing that the strong lady character, the empowering lady character. And so I love her for that. And so I know she's doing 50-50. She is not like her husband don't have money or anything. She is what they call a supporting spouse. You gotta support your spouse regardless. You gotta support your husband. Remember, a husband came in with how many kids? 3 or 4, and she didn't have a kid, but she support this man from bottom to the top through their life, and up to now they live their life. And so let them live their life. And so Gabriel Union, I support you, and keep making good video that empower women. And you guys do whatever you do to make that your family financial work for you. Whatever work for you, you don't need to copy anybody, but do what work for you. Is it benefit for the family? Is it benefit for you? And does it make you happy? Making 50-50, 100%, it's up to you. Some people decide to make their husband not to work or their wife not to work, taking care of the children. That's work for them. If that's what work for them, so be it, let it be. Some people, I have a friend that also, she decided to resign from her work and took care of her kids. She has 3 kids, she took care of them, she homeschooled them, and after them finishing school, she decided to go back to work. And that was their agreement, their arrangement. They did, her and her husband, and it works for them. If it works for you, so be it. You do it. So thank you very much, guys. And let's support each other, ladies. Stay blessed, Margaret.